Hi everyone, this is Stuart from RetroMania. I'm here today to show you how to install the build on Kodi. Some of you may be using the build also on SPMC, which does work perfectly well. In fact, it's really good as SPMC, but this guide is for Kodi purposes only, so SPMC has a slightly different folder structure, but we'll cover that in another video. So, first things first, you've got Kodi installed. What you need to do is scroll across to System, and in the submenu hit File Manager. So you select File Manager and then you select Add Source. Now here where it says None at the top and it's highlighted, click on there and you need to type in the repository address for the RetroMania build, which is http://rmkodi.uk/repo and then hit Done. And you'll see at the bottom it says enter a name for this media source, so you can leave that as repo. You can actually call it whatever you like, but to make it appear top of the list you can put a dot first and then make it memorable, so we'll call it .retro and then hit done and then hit OK. So that's it, the repository is installed. So you back out of here and then you want to hit on System, Add-ons, just OK that box, and then install from zip file, and you'll see top of the list is .retro. Whatever you named it in that previous stage, that's what it would be shown as in this list. So we called it .retro, so we'll select that. This opens up the RetroMania repository, and you'll see there it says RetroMania Wizard. So click on RetroMania Wizard and this will install. So from here you want to go to My Add-ons, and you see it's installed down there in the bottom right. So you go to Video Add-ons, and there it is, RetroMania Wizard. So we'll select the wizard and hit Open. And here we are. You've got there's three options in here. First one is the main RetroMania build. The second one is RetroMania Kiddo, our kids build, which is made by Faye Louise in the group. And we also have a test zone. The test zone is purely for us to tinker about with things, so I wouldn't use that if I were you guys, just leave it as is. Right now we're going to show you how to install RetroMania, so it's as simple as press go. So click on RetroMania and it'll begin to install. This usually takes around 10-15 minutes depending on your internet connection and speed, so we'll come back once this is completed. Okay, welcome back guys. The installation's now, or the download's completed should I say. The files have been unzipped and put in the correct places, so now it's a case of force quitting Kodi. Now the reason you have to force quit is because when you normally exit Kodi, what it'll do is it'll save the current configuration, so the current skin, settings, etc. So as we're in Confluence with nothing set, no menus configured, that's exactly how it would return if we were just to quit it in the normal fashion. On the NVIDIA Shield, by going into apps and then force close, on a mobile device I can just hit the menu button here, brings up a list of obviously what you've got open, and just swipe it to the side, so we'll do that. So now we need to reboot Kodi, and here presto. Okay, at this stage what we need to do is also install the additional emulators and apps. We've got two menus here. We've got the Retro Box menu, we've also got the apps menu. So all of these are APK files that we need to install. So how we would do that is we would use ES File Explorer. First thing you need to do is go top left, and you see you've got 5 options here. You want to go to Tools, and then make sure you've got this option turned on, Show Hidden Files. You need that in order to see your Kodi folder. So if you can't see your Kodi folder, it's because you haven't turned this on. Okay, so go back up to the top, select Local, select Home. This takes you to the root of your internal storage. So what you want to do now is navigate to this path. Android, Data, org.xbmc.kodi, Files, Kodi, User Data, and then Install Me. You'll see at the top you've got a folder which contains 2 applications, so if you don't have future streams, then there's no point you installing that application. The rest are all the emulators, so you see you've got Atari, Commodore 64, you've got the ROM downloaders, ROM Buddy, and you've also got a few IPTV apps in there as well. So, as simple as press on an application, press install, work your way through the list. Once it's installed, press done, and then move on to the next one. Okay, so if we back out of here, go back one stage, you'll see that we've also got a couple of other folders which are custom for this build. You've got the BIOS files folder, which contains additional BIOS files in order to get the emulators outside of RetroBox to run. Everything within RetroBox itself is automated for you, so you don't have to worry about any of the emulation, any of the BIOS files. But for the standalone emulators, you may need these files. You've also got a folder called castcode. Now this contains a Player Core Factory XML file. If you copy and paste this into the user data folder, and what that'll do is give you an option to cast to an external device like a Chromecast or a smart TV. So if, say you wanted to watch Kodi that you've got on your phone on a TV that doesn't have an Android box or anything connected, but just a Chromecast, that's how you can watch it on the big screen. Okay, so now we've got everything installed, you've used all the options that you need there. Also, if you're a Fire Stick user, or if you just don't like the video introduction, you see the RMI MP4 file here. If you delete that, then there'll be no video intro for you, it'll just go straight into the build. But I like it, so I'll keep it. So, let's go back into the build. We've now got all of his applications installed, so it's simply a case of pressing RetroBox and go. If you do need any assistance with regard to controller mapping or adding games, there's 2 videos in the submenu here which link directly into YouTube, so that can also be an easy source and method for you to learn. Or also check out the forum rmcody.uk. Please make sure you're a member of the Facebook group first, as that is a requirement to gain access to the forum. So, select RetroBox. This is the multi-gaming emulator. You can use RetroBox for free. You can add 6 of your own games with the free version, or if you pay for the full premium version, which is a one-off payment, or $12.99, you can add as many games as you like. So you see up here I've got over 8,000 games, and this is on my phone. On the Shield it's possible to get easily over 30,000 games. So if you go top right, you can see the list of all the emulators that you can play within RetroBox. If you go top left and go to settings, here's where you have the gamepad options to set up your controller if you're using a pad, or if you want to activate it once you've purchased the RetroBox TV account, you'll receive a code. This is where you would enter that code. So guys, hope you enjoyed that tutorial, hope it helped you get set up with RetroMania and RetroBox TV. Enjoy!